we will continue with that today. Is that any questions right in the beginning? Let me scroll up and see अगर आपके कुछ questions हैं तो. Okay. So where are these questions? Let me check them. Namaste Nilini, Dushyant, good morning. Yash ka question hai sir, which you told on Saturday on mass movement, is that we write like that in Uttarakhand highlands many landslides dominate mass movement due to that ridge and valley topography is terrain to the region comprising steep slope pointing summit like Nanda Devi and Dehradun. अरे यार यश बहुत ही लैक ऑफ इमेजिनेशन वाला प्रश्न है. चलिए we will talk about that also. और बताएं what else. तो एक यश का क्वेश्चन है and rest others I will answer. So quickly, any other questions? Any other questions? जल्दी से पूछ लें. So no other question. चलिए तो फिर यश का क्वेश्चन को आंसर करते हैं. So it's been 5 minutes. तो आज का मटेरियल भी अपलोड नहीं हुआ ना, मटेरियल अपलोड अभी कर रहे हैं. So everyone, I asked in the last class also, इस क्लास में भी पूछ रहा हूँ, तो जल्दी से जवाब देंगे सभी लोग. Orders of landform. Orders of landform. Orders of landform. This is the question. यश का क्वेश्चन है, उस पर हम बात कर रहे हैं. फर्स्ट ऑर्डर, सेकंड ऑर्डर, थर्ड ऑर्डर, फोर्थ ऑर्डर, फिफ्थ ऑर्डर. Quickly tell me the examples of these. First का, second का, जल्दी से. I hope you remember. At least 5 orders have been. First order is continent and ocean. ठीक है. Second order, major mountain ranges. Say for example Himalayan region. Okay. And say for example plains. Say for example Indo-Gangetic plains. Is everyone okay? Major mountain range and major this thing. What is the third order? Small mountain range. Major mountain range, or like remember this is Cordillera something, and there can be a river valley. Say for example I say Subarna Rekha Valley. Subarna Rekha Valley. और यहाँ पर क्या है मेरे पास, हरिश्चंद्र वाला घाट. if you remember, हरिश्चंद्र range. ठीक है. So imagine if I'm taking a photograph, if I'm on the moon and I'm looking at something, what will I see? I will either see continent and ocean. Okay. But if I come on a jet, high flying jet, and I look from there, the visible things would be major mountain range and plains. Now I come on a lower jet, so I will see mountain ranges. I'm sure if you have taken a flight, you will find नीचे जो है एक लाइन की तरह से river भी दिखाई देती है, कोई mountain range होता है छोटा मोटा. That is what shows up. Get that? What is the fourth order relief? So when exogenetic forces are working on that, so individual mountain peak, small plateau, आपने सुना मेसा and butte, जैसे हमने कहा स्पेनिश में सेट आउट तो फिर भी काफी बड़ा है, but there can be smaller ones also. ठीक है. अब इसी प्लेटू को देखते हैं. Everyone, let us look at a small plateau. Is everyone okay? Can I say this wall is a cliff? So fifth order relief is a cliff. Do we get that? Fifth order relief is a cliff. Can I say this is the summit? अगर ये hill है, can I say this is the summit? So ये summit. This is the summit of something. Okay. A river was flowing over here, everyone. A river was flowing over here, and suddenly it falls down. So what is it? Waterfall. Is everyone okay? Now please pay attention. When it comes to continent and oceans, it will look like this from the top, yes or no? This is how it will look like. Second one, how will it look like? So it is like Himalayas. So this is Himalayas, Karakoram Plateau, this whole region, Hindu Kush, ऐसा दिखाई दे. Second one, yes, this is Pamir North. This is Himalaya. This is Tibet. So this whole area will show us as brown. So इधर क्या होगा? Either we will see like this. Mountain ranges. Different ranges are there, and in between, what do we have? We have our valleys. In between, we have valleys. Do we get that? ऐसा होगा? मणिपुर में होगा. Is everyone okay? अब यहाँ पर क्या? Individual mountain peak. So इधर तो ये होगा. Fourth is this. Fifth क्या है? इसी में छोटा सा एक सर्क हो गया. सर्क हो सकता है? Yes. Erect. Possible. Erect. यहाँ पर mountain range है. यहाँ पर valley. See, what happens is, if the student is not able to visualize, his or her questions are also very, very ignorant, or answer to totally ignorant ho jayega. Answer will be totally ignorant. So first is this. Okay. So tell me, is continent, the continent that is created, is it because of denudational process? Is it because of denudational process a continent ban gaya? Endogenetic hai. Remember Himalaya, are they created because of denudation? Definitely sir, something inside that has created. So ये बनते हैं उसके, do we get that? और उसके बाद हमारे पास, हाँ ठीक है, यहाँ तक तो मुझे लगता है सब कुछ एंडोजेनेटिक ज्यादा होता है, मोस्टली है. इधर आई थिंक एंडोजेनेटिक, माउंटेन रेंज, एंडोजेनेटिक इज देयर, बट एक्सो स्टार्ट्स कमिंग. ओके, दिस वन ये इधर मुझे एक्सो इज डोमिनेंट एंड एंडो इज लेस डोमिनेंट. सो आई विल से एक्सो को ब्रैकेट में, बट इधर एक्सो, इधर तो ओनली एक्सो. डू वी एग्री और नॉट? इज एवरीवन विद मी? तो नाउ इंडिया हैज गॉट these Himalayas. Himachal, first uplift. Second uplift, Himadri. Third uplift, Shivaliks. Yes or no? Are they because of denudation? Are they created because of denudation? Yes or no? So अब I want to read what Yash has written, everyone. Sir, the question which you told on Saturday on mass movement is that, should we write like that in Uttarakhand highlands? Landslides have created Dehradun and Nanda Devi. Steep slope, pointed summits like Nanda Devi. आप एक बात बताइए, denudation will operate at which level? यहाँ तो नंदा देवी बन गया भाई. Nanda Devi, the peak has already been created, and the dunes were created because this whole Shivaliks were created, and Shivaliks block the rivers coming from there. So तो देहरादून जो है landslide से बन गया sir. Mountain valley topography. Would you call that कि mountain valley topography? This is mountain, in between there are valleys. Are they created because of denudation? सर आपने कहा था सर सैटरडे को जो डेन्यूडेशन मास वेस्टिंग बताया, ये मास वेस्टिंग से बना कि नहीं बना सर? अरे सुनिए, इतना तो समझ रखिए, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ लैंडफॉर्म आर वी टॉकिंग ऑफ? This definitely will be created by those processes. These also to a large extent. So what Nanda Devi has become today, its elite and its cirques and everything, वो समझ में आता है. Do we get that? कल भी रिक्वेस्ट किया था, सब लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट किया था क्लास में, जब सैटरडे को क्लास लेते, what are the different types of landform? Nobody paid heed to that. किसी ने कुछ नहीं लिखा है. So again a request बच्चों, otherwise you will unnecessarily किसी की भी चीज से किसी को भी जोड़ सकते हो आप. You will say Pangea is similar to pizza, and you can actually debate with people on that. Pangea is pizza. Do you get that? वो क्वेश्चन का कोई इमेजिनेशन नहीं, कुछ नहीं है. उन्होंने क्या किया, वाटरफॉल यहाँ पे लगाया और बोला अच्छा सर तो उससे हमारे कॉन्टिनेंट्स भी बन सकते हैं मास मूवमेंट से. Do we get that? Where the error of the question is? So again requesting. Many people participated. Many people participated in making diagrams for climatology and geomorphology, and many of you have not. तो जो नॉट है उनका क्वेश्चन आप समझ सकते हो किस लेवल का क्वेश्चन आता है. इनके आंसर्स भी आते हैं, आई एम वेरी क्लियर अबाउट देम. इनके आंसर चेक करने का फिर बहुत क्लियर हो जाता है, क्वेश्चंस भी पता चलते हैं, आंसर्स भी पता चलते हैं. These people are not going by the step, they are only interested in the leaves, they are not interested in the roots. They will not give water to the roots of the plant, they will just keep on cleaning the leaves. And remember, leaves are infinite. But students who did that, जिन्होंने किया है, मेरे ख्याल से आज लास्ट किसने किया है, I think that's a very well adapted, ready to use. मैंने शायद इसको लिखा भी है. संचारी has done that. संचारी very good work there. Very nice संचारी. So the last two which you have brought in the 3D, ये बन जाएगा एग्जाम में ऐसे ही जैसे ही आएगा. टेम्परेट साइक्लोन, do this is final, and just explain that. So I want to ask all the students who are doing, जो नहीं कर रहे, they will not experience that. 2 minutes से तो मैंने डाउट क्लियर कर दिया. You can see इस डाउट का कोई मतलब नहीं था. Anyone who's looking at that, देखिए जब साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन की बात आती है ना एवरीवन, साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन में इस पर ज्यादा बात होती है लैंडफॉर्म्स में. True. Davis when he's talking about, he's not talking about those things. मतलब Davis is talking about those things, but cycle of erosion और slope evolution, बल्कि यहाँ पर slope evolution आना चाहिए. Slope evolution talks about this level. Get that? Plate tectonics and all, they talk about this level. Do we understand? So landform study is landform of fourth and fifth order. Will you remember this? ये कहीं पे बना लो. इसीलिए request करता हूँ. I keep on requesting that keep making them with me. Making them with me, you will appreciate that. There are many students who know high flown things, but they can't write the answer. मैं बता रहा हूँ ये जो क्वेश्चन पूछा है 20 जगह से पढ़ते हैं, ये मेड सिंपल रोज पढ़ के बड़ी बात करते हैं, सिंपल क्वेश्चन नहीं कर नहीं पाते. So I have a request. Let's go ABC. Then we'll learn how to make a word, and then from word we'll learn how to make a sentence. A request to all of you who did the work. जो लोग अपनी डायग्राम बुक कर रहे हैं, 2 minutes के लिए I am not going to speak. You will have to share क्या एक्सपीरियंस आपका हो रहा है. Because जो नहीं करते उनका no point giving them the confidence. They will continue. I'm saying that they're like Netflix. They will look at other things also. Not interested in that. So people who are doing that, what is going good for you and what is not going good also, that's also there. So I want your sharings and whatever is there. I want to really support the serious people who are taking this step by step. Clarity, Ari, definitely it adds to the clarity. When you start doing that, when you start doing it yourself, you see error, and the teacher also points out that is there. Memorization, okay. Memorization also happens because now you are actually doing it. Better understanding, Shivaji, okay, perfect. Priyank says it can be good revision tool, sir. When I want to do that topic, I know that these are the things. Shivaji says diagram also yaad rehta hai. Himanshu says understanding habit. Okay, very good, Priyank. I'm developing a muscle. Habit ho jata hai. There are many people who will not be able to neither think about it nor orient over there. So it's a habit and it's a practice which is developing. So better understanding, it's adding to the confidence. Okay, confidence. You feel that I can also take it on. Ritika is saying practice. Anirban is saying visualization. Okay, so memorization is happening. Okay, easy to recall. So memorization recall is high. अब जल्दी बंदा शिवाजी पहले नहीं हो रहा था. ठीक है सर, फील लाइक कि एग्जाम में और कुछ आए ना आए लेकिन डायग्राम वाले क्वेश्चन याद रहेंगे. Helps in revision. So Purvi, I don't know whether you will be memorizing the diagram or not, but when you are writing the answer, everyone who's listening to me, if you draw the diagram and explain the 4-5 stages as it is, does it help you what to write also? Akshay saying diagrams help in revising sometimes faster than notes. Perfectly okay. Okay. So you are gaining confidence. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Someone who was not doing that started doing it from the last exercise. If you feel that yes, this has happened for me. Okay. Purvi also feels that I also wanted to say the same thing. Perfectly okay. Able to draw and gives idea what to write. Okay. Khushi, Purvi, both of them feel that is happening. Sanchari is saying it's a nice experience through diagram. I know a lot easily recalling now. Confidence is increasing and errors are also getting corrected. Yes or no? अब एक बात बताओ. After writing this with diagrams, first order, second order, third order, fourth order, fifth order, does it stick to your mind? Which one are we talking of when we are talking of Penck and Davis? Penck and Davis का slope evolution हम इधर बात कर रहे हैं. Slope evolution, slope studies when we are doing, we are talking about a micro thing. There also I wrote when I was talking about slope in my last class. There also. अच्छा एक चीज आपने नहीं देखी कि along with that it is coming along with dictionary work, your vocabulary. आपने देखा all those things, the value, the things like scree, talus, they had a different meaning. Yes. So all those things, now those words when they are used in the books, do you understand or not? True. Perfect. Is there anything that is not working? I said 2 minutes only, ज़्यादा नहीं time लगे. Anything that is not working? Because I know the advantages of this. Students have actually cleared the examination. They said, like, sir, because of this, हमारा इतना अच्छा चल रहा है. So that is what I am asking you. Anything that is not working? Say you will have to, manage your time. इसके लिए टाइम लगता है. एक बार तो टाइम लगेगा. One time investment. पहले वर्ड प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करते थे लेकिन अब familiar हो गया. Okay, sorry, I get that. Time is there. Nilini is saying 3D figure. So everyone, do we need a 3D figure? No, 2D is enough as long as it is illustrative enough. Don't go for 3D. I'm not saying 3D. It's only, I think the last Sanchari, the last two stages which he has made, in that what happens is the cold air stays on the ground and the warm air comes up. So that is why we went for a 3D for better understanding. You can look at the diagram which is there. Yesterday when I sent my diagram, just after that a guy messaged me that it is helpful or is it helpful or necessary and optional. It's absolutely okay. कई coachings में करके आए हैं, ये सब रट के बैठे हैं. आपको उनसे कोई चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं. ठीक है, इज इट हेल्पफुल और नेसेसरी इन ऑप्शन वो करेगा नहीं. फिर आप बोलेंगे कुछ येस और नो, फिर बोलेगा मैं आपका सरनेम मेरा सरनेम सेम है, दोस्ती करोगे. दीज आर वेज, यू आर सिटिंग इन द मेट्रो, व्हाट यू आस्क द गर्ल सिटिंग नेक्स्ट टू, टाइम क्या है, ये सो. फिर आपको बोलेगी 10 बजे हैं तो आप बोलेंगे अच्छा टाइम नहीं है. फिर वो बोलेगी क्यों, एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. तो ये सिर्फ वो कर रहा है. उसको बोलो भाई बना लो, और लिख दिया करो, पहले लिखा को भाई तुम भी बना के देख लो. भाई लिख दोगे तो हो सकता है कुछ क्लैरिटी उसको भी आ जाए. कुछ डायग्राम्स का ये पता नहीं लगता कि कहीं यूज कर सकते हैं या नहीं, लाइक मॉर्फोलॉजिकल मैपिंग, सर उनको स्किप कर देते हैं. तो प्रियंका, आई थिंक आई हैव गिवन डायग्राम्स. अभी तो मैंने आप लोगों को नहीं दिया फ्री हैंड की कुछ भी डायग्राम बनाओ. आई जनरली नो व्हिच इज यूजफुल, देन ओनली. पूरी सिंह, यस सर, ही वाज नॉट फ्रॉम क्लास. मैंने कहा बहुत सारे. सो देयर आर मेनी कोचिंग भक्त सिटिंग ओवर देयर. भाई कई कोचिंग भक्त बैठे हुए हैं और जो है इस कोचिंग के उस कोचिंग के, ये वाले नोट्स ट्राई करो, वो वाले नोट्स ट्राई करो. कई दे विल बी देयर. हमने कहा ना इट्स ओपन फॉर ऑल. माय नेम इज सुमन फ्रॉम राजस्थान. आफ्टर योर क्लासेस द डायग्राम, मैं जहां भी देखती हूं वहां आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑटोमेटिकली लगने लगते हैं. अगर स्टोन को भी देखते हैं तो रॉक साइकिल, थैंक यू फॉर द आउटस्टैंडिंग क्लासेस। ओके सुमन, यू वेलकम। अगेन दिस थिंग, ये जो आपका विजुअलाइजेशन है ना, आप उसको रियल वर्ल्ड में अपने आप रिकॉल होगा, इट हैपेंस ऑटोमेटिकली। You know, students come to me, Sachin sir, you have your very active groups. I want to tell you the reality. Just before main सभी आएंगे, sir वो जो diagrams होते हैं ना sir, can you give me the compilation of that? तो I tell them, भाई वो डायग्राम किसी और के तेरे वैसे काम नहीं आएंगे. Imagine if somebody makes it without understanding, पहले टाइम बहुत लगने वाला, he or she will not be able to use. And above all, they would be wondering when will I use the diagram. For you, the diagram comes first in your mind and then comes the use of it. Yes or no? तो वो अपने आप हो जाएगा. So that is going to happen. So it will not affect. And in fact, I want to tell you, you know, आपने कहा, somebody said here कि, you know, someone in the group said, will this diagram help or not? I have got people who have got interview calls. They have sent me thank you and asked me to thank that particular person on the group कि they were following his or her diagrams. So actually यहाँ तक लोग thank करते हैं. So please understand, what you are doing is a perfect thing, and there will be people who are here only for the sake of you know, just attending a Netflix class, or there are people who are serious but they don't have time, they're not able to manage time. That's also true. So I'm not saying, you know, everyone who's not making diagram is not serious. No. I can understand your priorities, you are not able to do that, but I'm saying in the end you will be required to do that. So my suggestion is do that with the class. बाद में करोगे उतना momentum नहीं मिलता. Tell me one thing, you make a diagram, you see another diagram coming over there which is better than you, and the teacher says this is better. Does that motivate you to do the thing further? When you do it all in one go, no, you will not be able to do that. That's the intention. That is why use the live classes as much as possible. That is what we are talking about. Sir, but now diagram for once, but effect will remain even after clearing the exam. Thanks a lot for every moment pushing and supporting us. Okay, chale. So thank you. It was just, I think I've taken, I thought of 2 minutes. It's gone for 7 minutes. कभी कभी टाइम नहीं मिलता, बिल्कुल ठीक है. प्लीज डोंट फील गिल्टी, प्लीज डोंट फील गिल्टी. आई एम सेइंग you have to complete it. There are so many students, you will see that they send it even after a week that I've done that. Please make sure you do it. It is going to help you, and it is going to help you understand, not make silly mistakes like this. Do we understand what we are talking about? Okay, everyone. So you are on board. You don't have to think anything about it. I am not able to do. Some people are saying, sir, I'm sorry, I was not able to submit because of some reason. It's absolutely okay. Bring back your integrity. Can we bring back our integrity? That is what I want. एक और चीज आज के लिए अपलोड कर रहा हूं. This material will be uploaded in the profile section of the course also for today's class. So cycle of erosion. Now these are also given in the dictionary. These figures are also given in the dictionary if you have the Penguin dictionary. Otherwise हमने dictionary से भी diagram लिया है. People who don't have dictionary उनके लिए भी ये यहाँ पर है. So this material about the Daviesian cycle, youth mature senile, criticism of Daviesian work, concept of grade, what is normal cycle, that what is base level, what is interruption of cycle, what are partial cycles, everything. As I told you that your class will have the material, the handout will meet your material needs, class will meet your conceptual needs, homework will meet your practice needs. 3 things I've requested. Keep doing that, don't worry. And I'm saying people are producing tremendous results with that. Tremendous results with that. Not this year, for the last 10 years they are producing it. And बहुत काम की चीजें हैं. ठीक है. Starting में first 5 years, you know, when so it's been more than 15 years, but first 5 years when I was teaching, then I was experimenting with things. You know, what will work more, which will fetch us more marks and all that. So एक point के बाद हमने उसको standardize किया, and then, you know, like you can see, you know, people are producing results on that. मेरिट्स क्या हैं, डिफरेंट स्कॉलर्स के नाम, शॉर्ले ने क्या अपने व्यूज दिए, मॉडल इज नॉट ओनली आंसर्ड द क्वेश्चन, critical analysis of Davis, and then what is Penk's model, then Penk's diagram. Can you see all those things are very well created over here, so you don't have to run from pillar to post कि ये कहाँ मिलेगा. Savinder Singh also has these diagrams and these things. They're a little complex, so I would say I would prefer that slope evolution and other things read with me. This landform and cycle I have already shared with you. I'm continuing it because it's a part of the cycle now, so you can use that. तो ये मैं आपके साथ पहले भी कुछ शेयर कर चुका हूँ, if you remember, if you've seen these figures, but now I'm sharing it along with the part of the cycle, so this will help you get a complete understanding of things. ठीक है. Carrot cycle क्या है, coastal cycle क्या है, polycyclic. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. Is everyone okay? So already explained what am I going to, और ये जो है आपको पहले मिल चुका है, Horberg's simple compound monocyclic polycyclic, ऐसा कुछ बताया हमने, नहीं बताया. So ये पहले दिन भी किया था, maybe you don't remember that, so that is also there. And now do you know the order of relief also? Is everyone okay with the order of relief also? I'm okay with you not getting that. आज मिल गया है, साथ में डायग्राम भी बना लो, so that you don't forget. I have given the example also. What is the meaning of order of relief? Do we get that? So this is one thing which I wanted to talk about. उसके बाद क्या मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ? Let me tell you. Okay, so this is going fine. Definition work जो दिया था, dictionary and definition work, is that complete or any questions on that? Quickly, any questions on dictionary and definition work? If there, please let me know. All completed, so no questions on that. चलिए ठीक है, तो then let us continue. We were talking about yesterday. What were we talking about? We were talking about the theories of slope evolution. ठीक है. And first one is slope decline theory by W.M. Davis. Okay. So one thing I want everyone to know here: have we talked about Davisian cycle of erosion? Youth mature senile. Have we even given examples? The diagrams पूरा बना लिया था. Youth mature senile, how V-shaped valleys are created and how does it come back? Now Davis, when he's talking about, he was not explicitly talking of slope development theory. पहला तो ये समझ लीजिए. ना उनका इंटेंशन था, ना उन्होंने बात की. He is not saying slope development theory. He was into landscape development through landform description. ये समझ में आ गया? तो वो उन्हें लैंडफॉर्म बताने थे कि देयर आर डिफरेंट लैंडफॉर्म्स ऑफ डिफरेंट स्टेजेस एंड अ लैंडस्केप डेवलप्स फ्रॉम यूथ टू मैच्योर टू सिनाइल. इज एवरीवन ओके? So he's not interested in explaining slope development. So he has not given any. But उनके काम में, when we look at that, when we try to find out what basically was the underlying thing that was happening in what he proposed, we find अच्छा एक तरह का slope change वो भी कह रहे हैं. ठीक है? So that is what we are going to do. So please understand, when we are talking about the slope evolution theories, we are going a step beyond. We are trying to analyze something which he was not focusing on. Can I say he was focusing on probably which scale of landforms? He was probably focusing on this scale of landforms, major mountain range, river valley, how a river valley is formed. Yes or no? He was not in between, and he was not even explaining the slopes. वो slope नहीं कहना चाह रहे. He was not talking about third order, maybe fourth order. He was also talking about that. But his intention was a more macro intention. Do you get that? His intention was not, though he talked about everyone, if you remember, did he say all landforms are a function of? Landforms are a function of what? His trio, if you remember, structure, process, and stage. True. I also agree. But उन्होंने किसी चीज पे एक्सप्लेन नहीं किया. उन्होंने एक ही चीज पे बात किया कि स्लोप डिक्लाइंस इन स्टेजेस, यूथ, मैच्योर, सिनाइल. अब यूथ भी देख ले. यूथ देखते हैं तो यूथ की स्लोप ऐसी होती है, स्टीप स्लोप. रिमेंबर व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ स्लोप वुड यू कॉल दिस? स्लोप के जो कल हमने देखे थे टाइप्स ऑफ स्लोप, व्हाट इज दिस? रिमेंबर फ्री फेस स्लोप है. फ्री फेस स्लोप. This will, after a point in time, go down. Youth से mature में जाएगा तो what will happen? The slope will go down. Why will it go down? जल्दी से बताओ. Why will it go down? Erosion, slope reduction नहीं, वो तो angle का reduction, denudation and all those processes. That is going to happen. Exogenetic process. अच्छा ये क्यों बना? Suddenly steep slope क्यों बना है? Why? Remember first he says उसकी slope में endogenetic. Remember I told you about sudden endogenetic rise. Sudden endogenetic rise will happen. उसके बाद endogenetic will stop, and what will start acting? Exogenetic will start acting, and they will create these. Can I say this is where they are headed? Which forces? Exogenetic. What do I mean by slope decline? Slope is an angle. Theta will decline. So initially this is theta, then this is theta, then this is theta, and then to zero ही हो जाएगा. True or not? Is the angle changing or not? Theta equal to 0. What is this? Base level. Get that? What processes? I don't know. Though he says, like it is a function of structure, process, and stage. He seems to ignore this. Ignore or assume constant. Only this is variable. Youth, mature, and senile. Youth, mature, and senile. Is everyone okay? यहाँ तक clear? Youth, mature, and senile. With me on this, everyone? Achha, do you know those words determinism and possibilism? Determinism and possibilism. What is the difference? What is the difference between determinism and possibilism? Determinism. What is determinism? नहीं बोले पता नहीं. चलिए. Geography is the study of man, nature, interaction. So man interacts with nature. True. There is one philosophy which is called determinism, which means nature is dominant. Nature determines the fate of man. Get that? So you meet someone and you say, okay, so how's your job going? He says, I don't know, I'm just somehow surviving. So you say, why are you surviving? You don't enjoy your job? He said, no, I don't enjoy the job. It is my father's business which he pushed me to join. I had no choice. What is it? Determinism. But sir, here is no nature. Father is nature. Your environment around you. Environment around you forces you to take a decision. That is determinism. Do we get that? A question comes. A question wants you to talk about, something about the relation of India with Russia. Get that? You don't read the question. You just vomit out what your IR notes are. What is it? Determinism. You are nobody. You are nobody, only notes know it. Do we get that? What is determinism? Possibilism is antithesis to determinism. It says nature is just a base upon which man acts, and man has all the ability to transform nature. So everything is possible for man. And by man we know technological man. Is everyone okay? Possibilism means सब कुछ हो सकता है, सब कुछ हो सकता है. Get that? So you reach the examination, you were not prepared, still you came back and you topped the exam. You went to the examination, the questions which your teacher had dictated to you, they never came. You still topped the exam. Even if it had come, you do not, think of just vomiting it. You did not mug them up. Do we understand determinism and possibilism? Now, why am I talking about this? Davis says that all landforms will pass through stage number 1, youth, mature, senile. All landforms will pass through the stages youth, mature, senile. अभी कहाँ से उनको पता चला? ये आइडिया है कहीं से डार्विन से इंस्पायर्ड है. डार्विनियन इन्फ्लुएंस. Remember survival of the fittest and the nature select. So young, mature and senile, the nature will not select the senile. Yes or no? जो strong है उसे करेगा. So everyone goes through those stages. So when you are young, your vulnerable nature is hitting you. So you make yourself strong. You become mature. You can take on the nature. But a point comes, you start weakening, and the nature once again totally tramples on you, and you become senile. So डार्विनियन इन्फ्लुएंस कहाँ पर दिखती है? डेविस पर दिखती है और बहुत से लोगों पर दिखती है. तो उन्होंने क्या कर लिया? उन्होंने कहा एक लाइफ साइकिल अप्रोच को, a life cycle approach idea was somewhere propagated in social sciences under the influence of Darwinian ideas. Is everyone okay? Social sciences, not just Davis. So I told you life cycle of a cyclone. A cyclone is not a living being. Yes or no? We have life cycle of a cyclone. We can do life cycle of anything. Anything. Yes or no? So what we are talking about is Darwin had influenced social sciences in a way that people could see that environment is going to select something from the nature. So Darwinian ideas are deterministic or possibilistic? Darwinian ideas are deterministic or possibilistic? So Darwinian ideas are definitely deterministic. Because who controls the fate? Who will select? Nature will select. Nature will select. You don't stand a chance. If you are weak, nature will eject you out. Perfect. Now Davis says that all landforms will pass through youth, mature, and senile. I'm asking you, is this idea deterministic, possibilistic, or it has got nothing to do with determinism and possibilism? 3 options. This idea that landforms will pass through young, mature, senile, does it have something to do with determinism, possibilism, or nothing? You can take any side. Sir, इनका determinism, possibilism से क्या लेना देना? Okay. So many people are saying nothing. Many people are saying determinism. Okay. Perfect. So you are young, you are mature, you are senile. You take birth, you go to school, you prepare for MBBS, you become a doctor, you die. You take birth, you go to school, you prepare for engineering, you become an engineer, take a job, and you die. That is your fate. You take birth, you go to school, at age 18 or 21, depending upon your gender, अब तो बढ़ा दिया ना, 21, आपकी marriage हो जाती, you marry, then you have child, and then all of you die. This is the sequence of your life. There cannot be any change. Determinism or possibilism, or nothing to do with determinism and possibilism. You're born, you go to school, you prepare for medicine, you become a doctor, and you die. या किसी ने पॉसिबिलिज्म भी लिख दिया। नीलनी, तुम्हारा क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है? व्हाट आर यू नीलनी? व्हाट इज योर क्वालिफिकेशन? एनी मानशा, व्हाट इज योर क्वालिफिकेशन? नीलनी, graduation, which graduation are you doing, नीलनी? What subject? Any mansha, you did your graduation in what subject? So Nilini is doing arts, BA. Nilini is doing arts, BA. Himansha has also done BA. But you are not doctors, you are not engineers. The model is in India. Or do parents feel ashamed of you? You are not doctors and engineers. Now how is it possible? Because this is the model in India. India में तो doctor engineer बनते हैं. Tell me honestly, tell me, all the students who are listening to me, in India, compare MBBS with a BA. Who has more respect? BA is nothing. True or not? But आप लोग फिर भी BA कर रहे हो. कैसे कर रहे हो? In fact, you are doing a wrong thing. In fact, you are doing a wrong thing, because the right thing is that. हिमांशु बोले आर चॉइस. यू डोंट नो योर चॉइस और योर मजबूरी. एमबीबीएस कौन सा प्लेट में रखा है? एंट्रेंस पास करना पड़ेगा, आर चॉइस. ये सुनो, मेरी मर्जी. ट्रू. प्रियंका is saying situation as well. So I'm saying, when you are not following something, then if somebody says that is the only model, that means that is a deterministic model. कि भाई यूथ मैच्योर सिनाइल ही जाएगा आपका. यूथ मैच्योर सिनाइल. यूथ में आपके पास क्या होती है? सारी एनर्जी होती है. मैच्योर में क्या होता है? आपके पास इनकम सोर्स होता है. सिनाइल में क्या होता है? आप सिर्फ बूढ़े हो गए होते हैं, आपके पास कुछ नहीं. यू आर स्पेंट फोर्स. True or not? I've seen so many old people more energetic than the youth that we have today. I have seen young people who start earning at a very, very early age, no problem. Madhukar is saying, is it necessary that the society decides? Madhukar, if the society decides, then that is determinism. If the society does not decide, that is possibilism. If society comes together and says, if you don't do this, I will do lynching, that is determinism. Yes, if you are able to do things even against the tide, that is possibilism. So डेविस तो कह रहे हैं कि लैंडफॉर्म इन्हीं स्टेजेस में जाएगा. प्रियंका इज सेइंग आई एम अर्निंग फ्रॉम क्लास 10th 11th टू फॉर माय स्टडी एक्सपेंसेस. अच्छी बात है. अगर आप कर रहे हैं तो यू आर बीइंग अ पॉसिबिलिस्ट, बिकॉज़ आपका एज तो अर्निंग का एज पर द मॉडल मैच्योर में आने वाला है. ट्रू और नॉट? आई एम सेइंग देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल बिकॉज़ ऑफ सिचुएशन दे आर डूइंग दैट. ट्रू और नॉट? तो जब भी कोई चीज स्टेजेस में जाएगी, दैट इज डेफिनेटली दिस थिंग. अभी एक बात बताओ, अभी आप लोगों का क्या सिस्टम है इन इंडिया? वी हैव दिस सिस्टम. 12th then graduation. Yes or no? 12th, then 3 or 4 years graduation, and then post graduation, then PhD. PhD पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में यहाँ पर आप रिसर्च करेंगे. ठीक है. उसके बाद you can from 21 write IAS till 32 you can write IAS. 32 के बाद you're not allowed. Yes. And I'm saying that I offer you an education system that right from 7th standard you can decide whether you want to go into research, whether you want to go into administration, IAS or something, and from 7th standard onwards your performance will be seen to be selected as an IAS officer. You need not do graduation in economics and English literature. You can have economics and mechanical engineering and music also. After that you do PG in music. Possible? सर एकदम सवारा हो जाएगा सर. मिक्स्ड, टू मच ऑफ मिक्स हो जाएगा. Yes or no? Possibilism. सर NEP 2020, ये तो मुझे नहीं पता जेम्स NEP 2020 ऐसा कुछ कर पाएगा नहीं कर पाएगा, बट देन इंटरनेशनली दीज आर अवेलेबल. ऐसा नहीं है कि गवर्नमेंट ने पहली बार ला के दिया. इंटरनेशनली ये फ्लेक्सिबल करिकुलम्स आर अवेलेबल. So do we understand, if you have to go through stages, that is called determinism. So Daviesian model, जो लोग कह रहे हैं nothing to do with Davis, nothing to do with determinism and possibilism. Can you see Daviesian model is to do with determinism and possibilism, and which thing? Determinism or possibilism? यही सीक्वेंस है और कुछ सीक्वेंस चेंज नहीं हो सकती. यूथ, फिर मैच्योर, फिर सिनाइल. This is deterministic. I want to tell you that landforms, even in senile, because remember potential energy changes, rejuvenation can happen or not? It can happen. वो नहीं मानते, उनके लिए नहीं मानना. So that's what we are saying. In India, sad part. Say a girl's husband dies because of COVID. She's a widow. Generally, the old thinking is उसकी life खत्म. Remember, have you heard those, बाल विधवास of Bengal? विधवा विवाह की बात कब से चली जा रही है? Yes, सादा जीवन and everything, they have to abstain from so many things. Why? Why? सती तो सब खत्म हो गया, बट विधवा पर तो अभी भी है ना. देवदासी भी चलो पुराना हो गया, बट विधवा पर कहीं पर एक दिक्कत रहती है कि नहीं रहती? I'm saying it is just a social tag that the husband is not alive, but that individual human being remains human being or not. कलरफुल साड़ी पहन लो तो लोग जज करते हैं, बिल्कुल करेंगे. That is determinism. Why are you doing that? A girl coming from call center late at night, determinism. Boy, no problem. लड़का है, देर रात तक आता है, लड़का जवान हो गया, No, that's the nonsense that they're talking about. And when it comes to girl, suddenly, like everything goes out. True or not? That is determinism. Do we get that? There are stages of growth. Boy will grow like this, girl will grow like this, Hindu will grow like this, Muslim will grow like this. Determinism. Boy is a human being, girl is a human being, Hindu is human being, Muslim is human being. If you are looking at stages, that's very, very wrong. But sir, there are people who I'm saying we live in a deterministic world. I'm saying we live in a deterministic world. Many of your decisions have to have the approval of your family. Yes or no? If not, you yourself are not comfortable. True. And I'm saying there are people who have taken the decision of dropping out of school and college. Parents said, nahi karna, but kiya. And then they've risen to the next level. Possible. And have they been failure also? So I'm just going by probability. You can pass or fail. You're doing an experiment. You can pass or fail 50-50. But if you fail, the determinism part makes you totally catapult. Ki bhai, ab nahi karna dobara. True or not? So can we say that this is a deterministic theory? I don't know. That's why I said no. Teachers padha dete hain that this is a deterministic theory, and students don't even understand. क्या इसका determinism possibilism से क्या लेना देना? Do we understand? तो पहला चीज समझ में आ गया कि we are talking about Daviesian idea. His idea is slope decline. Slope will decline with time, with each stage. With each stage. Well, slope change should depend on structure. Slope change should depend on process, but it does not happen. He is just talking about one thing. He is only talking about time. So his whole cycle is time dependent. And remember, geography is spatial. So what does he do? Time space replacement. So वो space को ignore करते हैं. Space can mean the structure. Certain spaces, this is igneous structure, this is sedimentary structure. Processes, temperate areas, different processes, tropical areas, different processes. He ignores that. And he is just focusing on time. He says, जब आपका time आएगा, like it's like you are writing your examination and somebody says, तुम्हारा 2 साल का योग नहीं है. No matter what you try. Next 2 years you cannot clear because your horoscope is not there. Third year, you have such a strong yoga that even if you leave your paper blank, तुम पक्का पास हो जाओ. Have you heard such people? Time वाले. Those are the time वाला. They have got nothing stage. जीवन तो जैसे ही वहां पहुंचे हो गया ना आपका एक्सीडेंट. मैंने कहा था आपका शनि की चल रही है दशा. ध्यान नहीं दिया आपने. मैंने पहले बताया. ट्रू. क्वेश्चन बोले सस्ते नशे का इफेक्ट. क्वेश्चन सस्ता नशा बहुत पुराना हो गया. ये वाला कुछ नया लेकर आया. थोड़ा ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करो यार. इसको हॉरोस्कोप कहा जाता है. हॉरोस्कोप टाइम पे चलता है. वो एक आइडिया है वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी का. बट अगेन सेइंग दैट हैज टू गो. तो ये जो आप लोग सोशल मीडिया से सस्ता नशा कॉपी किए हुए, कम से कम कुछ नया लेकर आओ यार. है ना? ये सस्ता नशा एंड ऑल दैट, ये सब हमारे टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे भी बीसी और चैनल पे है. वहीं से इसका उठा के उस पर. और ये अभी बताओ पीडीएफ जो बनता है एक इंस्टीट्यूट का, दूसरे का, तीसरा, सबका तो खिचड़ी बन रहा है. कुछ तो अपना निकालो. तो चलिए, स्लोप डिक्लाइन थ्योरी मैं आपके साथ कर चुका हूं. एक बार फिर से बता रहा हूं स्लोप डिक्लाइन कैसे होती है. सो डेविसियन मॉडल. First he says youthful stage. Story starts with what? Original surface, sudden uplift. Yes. Youth, mature, senile, peneplain, cycle ends. Here एक्सोजेनेटिक, हेयर एंडोजेनेटिक. और हमने ग्राफ भी बनाया था. फिर से बनाने की तो जरूरत नहीं. आई होप एवरीवन इज कंफर्टेबल. द ग्राफ पार्ट इज ओवर. वी हैड मेड दैट. फिर से नहीं बना रहा. डिफरेंट वेज ऑफ सेइंग थिंग्स. अब यूथ की मैं बात करता हूं. एवरीवन, आई टॉक अबाउट यूथ एंड फ्रॉम द आइडिया ऑफ व्हाट वी हैड डन यस्टरडे और सैटरडे. सडनली अ लैंडफॉर्म इज uplifted. Uplifted. Which forces? Endogenetic forces cause the uplift to happen. Now uplift has happened and it's an abrupt sudden uplift. Abrupt and sudden. So this was the original land and now it has reached over there. Is everyone okay? Now everyone pay attention. Where is he operating? So he was talking about temperate North America. He's talking about temperate North America and he's talking about the Appalachians. Remember Appalachian Mountains, eastern side, if you've done my foundation basic classes, Appalachian. New fold or old fold? New fold mountains or old fold mountains? Old fold mountains, ठीक है. हाइट ज्यादा होगी नहीं होगी, वो एकदम खत्म हो चुके हैं, रेसिडुअल ही बचे. So उनका he is assuming that they had uplifted some time ago they had uplifted, ठीक है. Now he says the rivers will start moving. Rivers, तो remember वहाँ पर rivers ही होगा, temperate region है, fluvial processes हैं. So he is calling this as normal cycle of erosion. What is he calling it? Normal cycle of. Is he calling it slope decline theory? Is he calling it slope decline? No, he's not. He's just saying normal cycle of erosion. तो इससे क्या होगा, फर्स्ट दीज थिंग्स आर क्रिएटेड. इज एवरीवन ओके? स्टीप वैलीज आर क्रिएटेड. एवरीवन इसको कल के हिल क्लिप से देखते हैं. लेट अस लुक एट दिस. इफ दीज वैलीज आर बीइंग क्रिएटेड, everyone tell me what kind of a slope is this. Remember three types of slope: convex, straight and concave. तो पहले में क्या है, कॉन्वेक्स. यहां पर कॉन्वेक्स है और फिर स्ट्रेट है. स्ट्रेट में भी वी हैड रेक्टिलिनियस एंड फ्री फेस. सो आर दिस फ्री फेस और रेक्टिलिनियर? दे आर वेरी स्टीप, नो? They are very, very steep. So what will happen? Erosion will happen. Erosion will happen, and there is a tendency for things to erode and get piled up over here. नीचे pile up हो जाएगा कि नहीं? True. Will the sediments be piled up over here or not? True or not? यहाँ भी कट चुका है, and the river is flowing. So whatever sediments are there, या तो इस sediment को कोई ले जाए. If somebody takes that sediment, that's a different story, but that's there. Is everyone okay? So this is the first one. तो first stage में what do we get? We get such things. Is everyone okay? This is the bare rock face or rock slope. And what was this? Talus, debris slope. Is everyone okay? Slope की हम बात करें. Original angle was this. Now what has become the angle? This has become the angle. True? Okay. Perfect. Now tell me, with time, what will happen? More erosion will happen. So out of these three, A and B, which part of the slope will be more eroded? This part is A and this part is B. Which one will be more eroded? A will be eroded more. Why? So because A is exposed, number one. Second is A is exposed, that is number one. Second is, sir, A is deeper. True. So can I say after some time, this A would have eroded this much, और इसका sediment नीचे ऐसे deposit हो जाएगा. This pile will become higher. True or not? And can I say the summits are getting eroded faster? The summital erosion is faster because of more. So can I say this will also get eroded like this? True or not? So what is happening is the angle changing or not? Is the angle changing? What will happen next? Will the summit keep on going down or not? What is happening to the slope angle? Slope decline. Do you understand what is slope decline theory? I've already done Lewisian cycle in my previous class, so I'm not repeating the whole cycle. Can you see the slope which was first like this, second, third, fourth, ऐसे ही हो रहा है. First was like this. मैं next page पे बनाता हूँ. First slope was like this. ठीक है. Second slope is नीचे क्या deposit हो गया? This thing also, and it protected, और ये वाला थोड़ा और erode हो गया. So this is the second one. Can I say that? The sediments went down. Yes. Third में इनके ऊपर भी sediments आ गया. जो पिछला pile था, that also got sediments. And remember, the exposed surface is eroded more. So that's also there. This is the third one. And finally, can we see the slope is declining? Why? Because these things are covered, and what is happening is we are looking at धीरे धीरे पूरा slope cover हो जाएगा. किससे? Sediment से cover हो जाएगा. The whole thing will be covered with sediments. Figure में दिखाता हूँ everyone. Let me take it to the figures so that you can appreciate that. Because this I had already done, इसलिए मैं दोबारा से इसमें diagram में time नहीं invest कर रहा हूँ. Though I will do that for bank. Initial surface, this is the angle. Can you see the angle is changing? Everyone keep the angle from the bottom. This is the angle. This angle, compare it with this angle and compare it with this angle. Is the angle reducing or not, everyone? Can you see the slope declining? The landform which was like this, now it has turned this, and finally it has turned this. Can you see the slope decline? Initially, ये diagram हमने बना लिया था. Early stage, this is sudden upliftment. After sudden upliftment, what happens? The top also gets eroded, the bottom also gets eroded, but the top for sometimes remains more or less the same. Sometimes the top will hold. Sometimes the top will hold. पहले तो ऐसा है ना? Top of the valley, bottom of the valley. After that, what will happen? Further deepening will happen. Can I say top of the valley remains the same? Third one. Third one is this. So the top remains same. After that, what happens is, now that we have got this, everyone, please pay attention. Now that we have got this, now what will erode? It's a youth stage, everyone. Youth stage is over. In youth stage, what was happening? Valley deepening. Which sort of valleys? V-shaped valleys. Youth over. Everyone with me on this? Youth is done. ठीक है. अब क्या होना है? अब mature आएगा. Mature में what will happen? This will get eroded faster. This will get eroded faster. The side will get eroded faster, and the bottom will collect sediments. True or not? तो क्या बनने वाला है? When the side gets eroded faster, will this area get chopped or not? This area gets chopped का मतलब ये ऐसे हो जाएगा. True? Is everyone okay? Are you able to appreciate? What was originally? Originally it was like this. Everyone, can you see the slope has declined? The slope decline नहीं समझ में आता. बेटा slope means angle. यहाँ का angle देख लो. What was the angle? This was the angle. Now what is the angle? This is the angle. What was the angle? This. Now what is the angle? This is the angle. Where did all that material go? वो जो इतना सारा था वो यहाँ पे साइड में डिपॉजिट हो गया. Remember? The center also got eaten up. So can I say, everyone, the gap between this and this, the highest point of the valley and the lowest point of the valley is called relief. And this is absolute relief remains same. Can I say absolute relief also reduces? Is everyone okay? Now everyone, I want to add something more to this slope development idea only. Did we get that? आखिर में क्या आने वाला है? आखिर में और भी ज्यादा होने वाला है. तो senile would be पहले तो मुझे स्लोप एंगल बताओ. Is there any slope angle left now? Almost flat. Yes, there are some areas which are elevated, no doubt about that. There are some areas which are still elevated. I agree on that. Yes, why are they elevated? Because the river is flowing in the center. The river is flowing in the, and two rivers को separate करता है ना. The sediments are flooding every year. What are these? These are called interflutes भी कह सकते हैं इनको. Interflutes भी कह सकते हैं. And if they are isolated, these are called incel works. Is everyone okay? यहाँ तक clear है? अब incel किसी ने use किया ओके. वहां पर क्या बताया था? वर्ड ड्राई यूज करते हैं के बाद. और उसके बाद क्या मैंने आपको बताया था? बॉर्नहार्ट किसने यूज किया? LC King used the word Bernhardt. So residual in the last, whatever is the resistant one, they will survive, and those are called Bernhardts. Is everyone with me on this? कोई question है तो बताइए. What is happening to the slope? Slope angle. Just the slope angle. Changing. So one way of showing it is this, 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 this. Other way of showing it is this. Whichever diagram you like to draw, you can draw. In all the three cases, this is happening, and this is called slope decline. Everyone okay with slope decline? पहले जो बताया था वो डेविसियन साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन था. डेविस वाज एक्सप्लेनिंग द लैंडफॉर्म्स, बट आई एम सेइंग लेटर स्कॉलर्स आल्सो लुक्ड इनटू हिज वर्क एंड दे ट्राइड टू इंटरप्रेट कि कैसे स्लोप चेंज होता है, एंड दे कॉल्ड इट द स्लोप इवोल्यूशन. एवरीवन विद मी? आई होप यू आर ड्राइंग द डायग्राम्स, एंड दोस डायग्राम्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट. Those diagrams are important. ये I had done it before also, and now I am just repeating it from the context of slope evolution because this is higher geomorphology. There I did not talk about it. Everyone okay? अच्छा, एक और चीज बात करते हैं. He talked about process. he also talked about structure. Okay, but unfortunately, he did not lay emphasis on this. The process that we are reading here is called fluvial process. What is the process called? Fluvial process. Is everyone with me? So for us, he is talking about fluvial process. True? Is that clear? Structure, he is not mindful whether you are igneous, whether you are sedimentary, whether you are metamorphic. He is not mindful of that. And I hope you can appreciate he is very limited on that. That is why he is into time description. Remember I told you space छोड़ दिया उन्होंने, space भूल गए हैं, सिर्फ time पर है. Process and structure yes over. But I want to bring in some concepts which he has talked about, on which we get separate standalone questions. Okay? So let us come to this. This you can see AA. So I'm going to make AA once again for you. What is this mean sea level? Mean sea level is called datum, is also called as base level. I've already talked about this in our basic classes if you remember. I told you local base level, global base level. याद है? ठीक है. So everyone, tell me one thing. If I'm talking about this area, ठीक है, और इसको भी मुझे ऐसे बनाना चाहिए. I should be talking about this. Can I say this is youth? This is youth. In this, I believe, if I'm talking about denudation. Tell me, are the forces of denudation strong or weak? Force of denudation are strong. Perfect. Let us look at sediments that they are generating. So sediments are being generated. Are the rocks strong or weak? Structure at this place strong or weak? Are the rocks weak? Have they cracks in them? Or this is like a strong rock? Naya old mountain. So new, strong, that is there. So the tendency from here is removal. What is the tendency? Removal. What do I mean by removal? Removal is loss of sediments. Potential energy is there, everything is there, so it will cause the sediments to be eroded. So erosion ज़्यादा होगा या नहीं होगा? Deposition का chance नहीं है. Why? Because the energy to transport is higher. Can I say the phase is dominated by what? Erosion. Because erosion is happening, everyone. Because erosion is happening, हम इसको ऐसे रखते हैं. Let us like this. Because erosion is happening, what will happen? These will they be chopped off? That extra thing, will it be chopped off or not? Whatever is too much extra protruding out will be chopped off. And where will it go? It will go and deposit, sir. Where will it deposit? Not here, sir. आगे deposit होगा. Do we get that? So can I say here what is happening is down cutting. Do you get that? Force, the difference of the force in this. Let us come over here. Mature. Denudational force, high or low? Can I say moderate? Sediment load, high or low? Sediment load. There it was low. Previously it was low. Youth में जो था, mature area में. Sir, इधर भी moderate to high. अभी तो moderate है, depend करेगा. यहाँ पे moderate, नीचे जाते high तक हो जाएगा. Yes or no? So what will happen? कुछ तो denude भी करेगा. Some part will be eroded, but some part will be deposited also. Yes or no? True. Now tell me slope angle theta. What is happening to the slope? Reducing or increasing? Reducing. True or not? Last stage में, senile में, what is the denudation force? Low. Sediment load very high. Tendency सब कुछ नहीं करता है, सब deposit कर देता है. On the coast and in the continental shelf also. Will it deposit or not? How would the slope look like? True or not? So this was the original one. अब ऐसा. True. So इधर क्या होगा? Deposit. Is everyone okay? So Davis says that a point will come. Everyone, please pay attention. Davis says a point will come कि ये जो landmark, ये जो landform है ना, this will totally come into a uniform, featureless, concave curve. What is this called as? Ultimate goal of all this is that it will come to a concave curve, smooth long curve from the origin to the mouth. Such a stream is called graded stream. And grade क्या होता है? Grade, a stream is said to have achieved a graded, smooth, long profile. Grade कब आ गया? सारे unevenness is removed. Wherever deposition has to happen, deposition has happened. Wherever erosion has to happen, erosion has happened, and the slope is also smoothed. Do we get that? When the river reaches the grade, its ability to transport is equal to amount of sediment to be transport. So na add ho raha hai, na reduce ho raha hai. Ability was high here, remember? Because the ability force was high. So what was it causing? The slope to decline. Remember? In the youth stage, what was it? Force was high. Get that? In the senile stage, what was it? The force was low. So deposition. A point comes कि भाई जो भी है उसको जो extra आता है उसको ले जाता है, but the river stays like this now. The profile stays like this. It is just the right amount to transport. If anything new comes, वो ले जाएगा. And now it has come to an equilibrium. It is an equilibrium state. Everyone okay? So what do we mean by the river reaching equilibrium? We simply mean by river reaching equilibrium means wherever it was high, it has chopped it off. Wherever it was low, it has added to it. Now it has got a smooth curve, and things have come to an equilibrium. Now anything new you add, it will take to the sea. It is neither going to add here or deposit here. वो पानी के साथ जाएगा. Is everyone okay? So graded profile is like you have become one with geography. अब कुछ भी add करता हूँ नया theme, so you are not afraid. Oh my God, I don't know. And if there is something which you don't know, it comes. You can, from what you know, you can come to an answer. So before prelims, you should reach your graded profile. Smooth, एकदम smooth. Preparation हो चुका है. Wherever there is gap, it will automatically will fill it up through what we know. And if there is any excess information you're giving, we'll tone it down. We'll assimilate it with what I know. Everyone okay? Now Davis says that eventually this will happen, an equilibrium will come, but unfortunately this is a hypothetical concept. Hypothetical concept. Nowhere in the world, no stream has reached such a grade. Nowhere in the world, no stream has reached such a graded level. Is everyone with me? Any questions on this in this episode? So let us go back to the material. And generally referring to the material also, so that you are also confident. अच्छा ठीक है, यहाँ से पढ़ना है. These are the areas that sir was talking about. So this is the pink. It's come from Davis. Everyone, initial stage, cycle, the floor of the valley suffers down cutting and are lowered. Or first is introductory episode. A short introductory episode happens and it just rises. Then initial stage, youth, mature, and senile. That is there. The term normal. So he calls it what? He calls his cycle as normal cycle of erosion. So let us understand that also. The processes eroding landscapes are grouped together by Davis as one heading, which is normal. He did not explicitly define normal, but by implication he meant the assemblage of processes dominating a temperate landscape. So some books write that he's talking about fluvial, because North America, Europe may are especially action of running water. So many people think that his normal cycle is about the fluvial landforms. Is everyone okay with that? Many people think. But for him, normal was the word. The word normal for him was simply, all the processes that would normally act to bring down. So he was not doing that. But yes, we find, certain areas where one process becomes dominant. Say, for example, in desert, which one will become dominant? Wind will become dominant. In the polar region, the glacier will become dominant. So he was using a word जो सब जगह apply होता है. So if I say normal cycle of glaciated region, glacial processes. So उनका मतलब वो, ठीक है? Now everyone base level. The concept of base level is crucial to Davisian thesis, and he examined the effect of minor uplift in later. So अब इसमें हम base level की हमने बात कर ली. Base level I'll bring once again. Davis की जो हम बात करें, Davis का criticism पहले हमने बात कर लिया था. So I'm not repeating that. This has already been uploaded. Again I'll upload it. He's overemphasizing the stage. Have I talked about this? He did not make the detailed study of the mechanics of the nature. He did not explain the process. He was just interested in one stage leading to other. He's deterministic. Yes. His use of the term normal is criticized. What is normal to one area is normal to another area, abnormal to another area. And can we say that fluvial landforms are characteristically different from the eolian landforms? So this पूरा बदल जाता है. So how can you just say that this is going to happen? So इसलिए वहाँ पर भी एक tension है. So we have rejected that also. The concept of grade as defined by Davis has proved elusive. Means it is nowhere there in the world. वो क्या है? वो भी बात करें. I think you've understood the grade. The assumption of initial rapid upliftment and erosion proceeding only after complete upliftment. He said one thing at a time. First, it will rise. जब राइज हो गया उसके बाद क्या होना शुरू होगा, एक्सोजेनेटिक विल का. This I've already talked about, so this also goes. So just a recap of that. Davis has comparatively neglected depositional process. Okay, this is faithfully reflected in the title cycle of erosion. Why do you call it cycle of erosion? Ideally, you should call it cycle of denudation. True or not? Which is the wider term, erosion or denudation? Because deposition is also happening. Steep ones, where they are going, they will go and deposit, and there the level is rising, here the level is falling. That is why overall the slope is going down. No. So some people have said the very fact that he chooses to call it normal cycle of erosion shows that somewhere in his mind he's focused more on erosion. Okay. Davis neglects biological processes. अरे प्लीज यार, डेविस ने सभी प्रोसेस सारी नेग्लेक्ट कर दी. उसने नॉर्मल बोल दिया तो बायोलॉजिकल तो हो ही जाएगा. ठीक है. डेविस नेवर मेजर्ड एनीथिंग. इंप्रेशन ऑफ द स्लोप फॉर्म्स आर नोटोरियसली इनएक्यूरेट. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हिज मॉडल इज मैथमेटिकल. यस्टरडे आई टोल्ड यू नो टाइप्स ऑफ स्लोप स्टडीज. वन इज क्वांटिटेटिव, सो ही नेवर मेजर्ड. उसका क्या है, क्वालिटेटिव, टोटली क्वालिटेटिव. जो समझ में आ रहा है, जो दिख रहा है, वही मैं बोलना चाहता हूं. दिख भी नहीं रहा है, जो मैं इमेजिन कर पा रहा हूं, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू. The cycle of erosion has a descriptive simplicity. So that's good. It is simple, but it is just descriptive. Remember, I told you descriptive versus analytical. So he is not analytical. Okay? But inadequate, where a more sophisticated approach is needed. Davis work is deductive approach. This means being an argument on certain assumption. Scientific method is the inductive approach. So मैं deductive, inductive और एक और चीज ला रहा हूँ, polygenetic. ठीक है? Now, two words which I want to add everyone over here. So there are two types of logic. One is deductive logic. I have talked about this in basic classes. Second is inductive logic. In deductive logic, what happens is you get the idea first and then you apply it. इसको हम बोलते हैं general to specific. Inductive is you first see the application and from there you get an idea. Specific to general. If you remember, मैंने इससे पहले भी बात की. So I've given the example that, you know, like application, I saw apple falling, apple falling, apple falling, apple falling. Idea is something, or there must be a force pulling apple to earth. This force from now on will be called as Pappu. Well, he didn't call it Pappu, he called it gravity. कुछ भी नाम दे सकता. True. So first he observed that every time anything is left from the hand, be it a fruit, be it a ball, it falls to the surface. Is everyone okay? ये इंडक्टिव मेथड है. पहले आपने क्या किया, पहले आपने स्पेसिफिक ऑब्जर्वेशंस लिए, एम्पिरिकल ऑब्जर्वेशंस लिए, उसके बाद क्या बनाया, जनरल रूल और लॉ बनाया. आर यू विद मी और नॉट? यहां तक क्लियर? नाउ सेकंड इज यू गेट एन आइडिया. You get an idea, correct? Any girl who smiles at me likes me. Any girl who smiles at me likes me. So obviously the moment the girl smiles at you, you know she likes you. So you go and talk to her. Because she likes you, obviously she will like to talk to you. But then you get a slap instead. Yes? So the idea was wrong. True. Now you make another conclusion. Any girl who likes me or who smiles at me dislikes me. ये नया वाला बनाया तुमने. Any girl who smiles at me dislikes me. Get that? So now there is someone, some family member or some family friend who has come to see you. ठीक है? और उन्होंने मिले और वो आपकी तरफ देख के मुस्कुराए. आपने कहा भाई ये थप्पड़ मारेगी. And you turn around. She tells your father, ये आपका लड़का पागल है क्या? मैंने पहली बार देखा. आपने बताया था आपका बेटा, मैंने स्माइल किया, ये उधर उधर देख रहा है. तो पापा क्या बोले? पापा बोले नहीं, वो भी ब्रह्मचर्य व्रत का पालन कर रहा है, वो लड़की को देखकर इधर मुंह कर लेता. बाद में पूछे क्या दिक्कत है बे? ट्रू. तो ये दोनों केस में गलत हो सकता है कि नहीं? So in this, what is there? You first make a idea. What is the idea? All landforms pass from youth, mature, senile. Any proof? I am the proof. दिल की आवाज. अरे दिल में भी तो कहीं से तो आया होगा. मेरा फ्रेंड डार्विन की आवाज, डार्विन का आइडिया मेरे दिल में आया और मेरे दिल से और दिल से दिल मिल गया. एनी प्रूफ? सच्चे प्यार को सबूत की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती. ट्रू और नॉट? सो नो प्रूफ. एनी क्वांटिटेटिव मेजरमेंट? नो मेजरमेंट. यूथ, मैच्योर, सेनाइल. So what do you think? The model is based on observations first and then he came to a conclusion? Yeah, he already had a conclusion that LHS is equal to RHS. Quickly. Did he come to a conclusion by experiment? He already had LHS is equal to RHS. So he's going by that assumption. He already had a conclusion. So when you already have a conclusion and then you apply it, that sort of a logic is deductive logic. Do we get that? Okay. So which one is considered more scientific? Inductive is considered more scientific. That first you observe, that's the scientific method, and then you come to a conclusion. Not that deductive logic is not used. Deductive logic is used, no doubt about that. Deductive logic is used. Say, for example, I think a cure or vaccine to कोविड, पहले assumption लिया ना, okay this will happen, these are the three ways of making vaccine, active vaccine, passive vaccine, और फिर लोगों को लगा के देखा, where people are running away, मैं नहीं लगाऊंगा, तुम्हें पता ही नहीं इससे होता क्या है, ऐसे ना, भाई जोकोविच said मैं नहीं लगाऊंगा, मतलब टेनिस और नो टेनिस मैं नहीं करवाने वाला हूँ, भाई अभी पता नहीं उसके इफेक्ट्स क्या है, but then there are certain areas where we don't know the actual modalities of it, वहां पर ये करना पड़ता है. Is everyone okay? So did we understand about the deductive and inductive? So he's being criticized for deductive approach. Is everyone okay? So he neglected the process, he did not do any measurement, his approach is very deductive, it is a gross generalization, it is very simple. This means based on argument, कुछ assumption उसके थे वो, ठीक है? Okay, last thing to explain to you. So everyone, can you see this smooth profile called the graded profile? Yes or no? The graded profile is controlled by this level, mean sea level. Yes or no? Because everything is going there, because it is the datum and this which decides the total amount of potential energy. Yes or no? Total amount of potential energy. True. So if you remember, like बचपन में हम लोग खेलते हैं. I don't know how many of you played like this. Sometimes we have sand mounds in our locality or some mountain, and the kids will run down. होता है park में, they will run down. But they really enjoy the momentum they gain in that. True. Have you played that anywhere? Like even park में थोड़ा सा mound होता है, छोटे छोटे बच्चों को पता नहीं क्या मिलता है, they start running on that. Yes, they feel good on that. True. But sometimes what happens is, some of the slopes we are not very comfortable running on them. True or not? Slope A versus slope B. Slope B में हम क्या करते हैं? Kids, what do they in slope B? Slope B में they sit down. ऐसे बैठ जाएगा और फिसलता हुआ जाएगा. ऐसे ना? We like to slide. In this one, what do? We like to run. True or not? Slide वाले में हम लोग remember all the mass movement वाला. Some of us like to roll. Some of like to slump. पूरा mass movement, पूरा gravity हम enjoy करते हैं. बचपन में सब कुछ कर चुके. Mama will see us with all our dirty clothes, लेट के आए मिट्टी में. मम्मा रोज मारती है, रोज उसी मिट्टी में जाके लेटता है. True or not? So I'm sure there is a pet dog or cat in us जिसको मिट्टी वाला मजा आता है. I don't know why parents beat that dog and cat out of us. अभी किसी को बोल दो जाकर उधर लेट ले, कोई नहीं लेटेगा. और बचपन में that was the biggest thing, the happiest thing. Okay, Mama is catching hold of us, scolding us, beating us, नहला दिला के अगली बार क्या तो टांगे तोड़ दूंगी, but still वहीं जाएगा. It was so nice. True. So they have beaten the kid and the pets inside us out. तो मार डाला है. It's okay. डाला क्या है? NCRT, fear, religion, caste, gender, nationality, humanity हट गई. बाकी सही है यार. Children are true rebels. I don't think so. Children are big bucks of anyone. Are they? बच्चे बहुत जल्दी भक्त नहीं बनते. Though deep inside they really are bucks of their parents. Deep inside, they think their father is a superhero. Mama is, like all problems, Mama will solve. बोले पता है, as they grow, they realize their superhero has got some Thanos moment also. वो बदल जाता है. ठीक है. So everyone, this landform is created. Looking at the landform, can you tell me, is it fluvial? Is it Aeolian? Is it glacial? Looking at the landform, can you tell me? Looking at the landform, I have the landform in front of me. Tell me, what is this plateau? Fluvial, Aeolian or glacial? जल्दी से बताओ. Priyanshu is saying fluvial. और बताइए बाकी लोग. It can be anything. Can be anything. I am to questioning this thing. All of you are thinking exogenetic. I am saying it can be endogenetic. Can't it be a reverse fault? Oh हाँ सर, ये तो सोचा ही नहीं था. True. अच्छा, if it's a landform which is old, probably it had undergone fluvial when it was in the fluvial times. बाद में ये Aeolian भी हो गया. It can be a cocktail also. Possible. Can be a mix of two. So in reality, most landforms are polygenetic. But what does he use the word? Normal cycle. And since he's talking about Appalachian region, that temperate region, it also comes to the conclusion that he's talking about the fluvial ones. True or not, everyone? और वो polygenetic तो नहीं सोच रहे. ये बताइए मुझे, this plateau is in youth, mature or senile? Youth, mature or senile? So this is mature. अरे अभी कल रात को ही एंडोजेनेटिक की वजह से ऊपर आया है रोहित. Why is it mature? अभी तो शुरू हुई है, अभी पार्टी शुरू हुई है. This is young. कल ही तो आया है. How can you say just by looking at the this thing? कम से कम एक जियोलॉजिकल सैंपल तो लेते हैं. ये तो कह रहे थे सर, we will have to do at least the rock dating. करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं? I'm just asking you that. True? अच्छा, एक बात बताइए मुझे. There is this delta. There is this delta. True? What stage is this? What stage is this? ये तो सिनाइल है, ये तो सिनाइल. I want to tell you delta is उठा हुआ delta है. This is the sea level. In fact, अब delta की जगह यहाँ से इसमें से एक अंदर पानी जो है इधर से ऐसे गिरता है. Because it was all sedimentary, this is how, so it looks more like estuaries. पहले delta था, अब तो delta है नहीं. रिवर यहाँ पर आती है and it goes inside the sediments and it emerges like this. Where did I show you this? If you remember my class, I showed you this for isostasy. I showed you recently about rejuvenation, where I told you isostatic rejuvenation of Canada coast. The rivers are 5 meters above. The mouth of the river is 5 meters above the sea level because of isostatic upliftment. Remember, isostatic rebound. So delta को अगर पानी गिर रहा है, it has got slope. ये तो fall हो गया. Actually, we saw fall over there. River coming out and falling. True. Rejuvenation. So can I say, landforms, he is deterministic, youth, mature, senile, but within a cycle, can there be cycle interruptions? Because of MSL changes. If mean sea level goes down, extra potential energy is created, you are making the system move faster. And if it goes up, then what will happen? The potential energy has reduced, so it will slow down. चलिए कहाँ पढ़ाया था? अनिर्बान बता रहा है, ओशनोग्राफी में आइसोस्टैटिक रिबाउंड में मैंने बताया दिया आपको. If you remember that. इसलिए दोनों classes connected है. If you are looking at that, you can look at this or not. अच्छा एक बात बताइए. If the mean sea level changes, what will happen to the grade? मजे से grade बना के बैठा है. Will the grade be disturbed? Graded profile be disturbed? No, that's an equilibrium. So once again, what will the system do? It will try to be in equilibrium. So if mean sea level falls down, so that means more potential energy. So ऊपर से ज़्यादा erode कर देगा. Quickly it will erode more from the up and deposit over here, and something will be created. Yes or no? True. आज का homework for today. Diagram. River rejuvenation. River capture. Nick point. River capture or head capture. Check from dictionary if you are worried. ये इंटरनेट से भी कर सकते हैं. Check from सविंदर सिंह. Check from made simple. जहां मिल जाए. अब सारे सोर्सेज बता दिए आपको. प्लस डायग्राम हो जाएगा. आज का होमवर्क क्लियर है सबको? निक पॉइंट, रिवर कैप्चर, हेड कैप्चर, रिवर रेजुवेनेशन. एवरीवन विद मी? और एक और चीज डालो, बेस लेवल भी डालो. बेस लेवल पर भी लिखना है. टाइप्स ऑफ बेस लेवल. डिक्शनरी वर्क, डायग्राम्स, वेरेवर यू गेट. एवरीवन क्लियर? सविन सिंह में है सर चैप्टर के लास्ट में. ये देखो सविन सिंह में, सब में है. इंटरनेट पर भी है, मेड सिंपल में भी है, डायग्राम भी है. इज एवरीवन ओके? रिवर रेजुवेनेशन, रिवर कैप्चर, हेड कैप्चर, सब कुछ पॉइंट्स लिख कर. हाँ ये डिक्शनरी वर्क है ना बच्चे. पहले डिक्शनरी वर्क, फर्स्ट डिक्शनरी वर्क एंड देन डायग्राम. डिक्शनरी से तो पूरा नोट्स लिखना है, नोट्स अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए. डेफिनेशन, टाइप्स, सब कुछ. डेफिनेशन, टाइप्स एंड एवरीथिंग. सो डिक्शनरी विल एक्सप्लेन यू द टर्म एंड डायग्राम इज दैट. इज एवरीवन ओके? सिंपल होमवर्क है. किससे जुड़ा हुआ है, किससे कनेक्टेड है? डेविस से भी कनेक्टेड है. सो दैट व्हेनेवर यू डूइंग डेविस यू रिमाइंडेड ऑफ दैट आल्सो. एवरीवन विद मी ऑन दिस? Slope evolution understood, slope decline understood, how beautifully the decline is happening and how other things are happening. So that's what I want everyone to appreciate and understand. This is my intention. So अगर आपको समझ में आ रहा है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. Clear? आगे बढ़े. Let's come to Penk's. Walter Penck. Slope replacement. So I can understand these are theoretical things. जो भी मैंने अभी होमवर्क भी दिया है, all of them can have a short note. Everything that I'm talking about can have a short note. Okay. So 127 to 129 break. 2 मिनट का ब्रेक. ठीक है एवरीवन? 2 minutes break. Digest this and then we will start. 2 का 3 ले लो. चलो 1:30 तक ब्रेक. क्लास को हम वैसे भी 15-20 मिनट्स थोड़ा एक्सटेंड करेंगे. टेक अ ब्रेक. Comfortable? So let us look at the ideas of Walter Penck. So Walter Penck का पहले तो let us understand what kind of a background he has. Okay. So Walter Penck is a geologist. He is a geologist. He's not a geomorphologist. So Davis was a geomorphologist. So Davis, when we are talking about, Davis is trying to give a descriptive generalization. Davis क्या कोशिश कर रहे हैं? वो describe करना चाह रहे हैं किस चीज को कि चीजें कैसे हो रही हैं. He's just describing different stages what those things are. Is everyone okay with that? Everyone clear? Just a minute. Okay. Yeah. So geomorphologist and Davis was just trying to describe things, whereas Penck on the other side is into explaining. First of all, he is to explaining the landforms, and he does see them. He does see explaining landform through the cycle. He has a cycle, or not cycle. At least I would say evolution of landforms. Let's not call him a cycle thing. Evolution of landforms. He also says that landforms will evolve, and how they will evolve. We'll look at that. Second is he also explains slope evolution. So ये दो चीजें. So first difference is Davis does not believe in the idea of slope level explanation. He's just talking about that different stages have different landforms, why they are. So I'm telling you broadly. But this fellow is going to do a quantitative analysis. He is going to do a quantitative study of slopes, and he's going to tell us what changes are happening in the slopes. Is everyone okay? The first thing that we are looking at. Now he is not interested in stages. In fact, he criticizes. He criticizes the stage model of Davis. He says that it is descriptive and stages are subjective. Whatever he says, there is no objectivity in that. Rather, Penck is of the view that any landform is an outcome of interplay of endo and exogenetic forces. Is everyone okay? So at any given time, you want to know something about a landform. All you need to do is that you must know which force is there. And remember, there are three ideas which I gave you: waxing slope, waning slope, and constant slope. Yes. Were they connected to endo and exo? तो उन्होंने कहा जहां तक स्लोप की बात है, स्लोप इज ऑल्सो थ्री टाइप्स: waxing, constant, and waning. So landforms will undergo waxing, constant, and waning, and in the process, what will happen? Slope replacement will happen. अब slope decline तो आपको याद है, everyone, slope decline. Let me show you the difference between them. Somebody asked me that I am not able to remember all the definitions word by word. I said no need to remember the definitions word by word. It's absolutely okay. But we need to understand कि भाई इनमें difference क्या है. तो slope replacement. ठीक है? What is decline? एक. Is everyone okay? Can you see the decline? This is decline. What is slope replacement? Please pay attention what I have done and try and understand that. Don't draw, first see what I have done. Everyone, L, 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 L. What is happening to the size of the length, vertical length? Is it same or changing? So reducing. Okay. L, or let me write down B. B, B, B. What is happening to the length of the B? Length of B. That's increasing. और ये C है. C initially इतना था, उसके बाद ये इतना हो गया. What is happening to C? C is also increasing. Okay, that? Okay, everyone. What is the slope of L? Same. What is the slope of B? Same. Slope decline. Is it happening or same? Slope decline is not happening, sir. Slope is getting replaced. Which slope is getting replaced by which one? Which slope is getting replaced by which one? Steep slope is getting replaced by gentle slope. Do we get that? So एक landform जो ऐसा था, the landform which was like that, vertical cliff, can you see the cliff is being pushed backwards and नीचे का slope बढ़ता जा रहा है. Is everyone with me? Quickly tell me if you have understood this or not. There are many students who read these theories but they don't understand the difference. Slope angle is constant. Slope angle is constant, but the slope is declining backward. Everyone okay? Are you getting that or not? I think the chat has stopped. So quickly, waiting for you to confirm. Slope decline and slope replacement. Which slope? Gentle slope is becoming more longer and steep slope. So कैसे बनेगा ये? Everyone, if I may show you. If there is a landform like this, what will happen? ये ऐसा, ऐसा, and this side what will happen? Can you see I'm keeping the angle same? I'm just reducing the length. True? In the end, what will be left? In the end, what will be left? In the end, it will be like this. Can you see the things are going parallel? The steeper slopes, are they getting replaced by gentle slopes or not? And you can see the angle will remain the same. So पहला तो ये slope evolution में ये समझ में आना चाहिए कि what is happening. So the angle in all the three cases will remain the same. Angle, angle, angle. Yes? और आगे जाएंगे तो कहाँ जाएगा? With me on this? Steeper slope. This was the steep slope, no? What happened to the steeper slope? It was replaced by gentler ones. He has measured it and he is coming to that. But when will this happen? When will this happen? This will happen when exo will be greater than endo. When endo is greater than exo, then the uplift will happen. If endo is greater than exo, then what will it create? It will create steep slopes. Remember? यहाँ तक clear सभी लोग. पहला तो slope replacement, slope decline. You must understand two different theories, two different diagrams, and how a landform will change. यहाँ पर landform को क्या होना था? अगर मुझे ये वाला बनाना होता landform, so I would have made it like this. V-shaped valleys, deepening of valleys. Can you see the angle is changing? Widening of valleys. Here angle is changing and it is declining. Here the angle is not changing, but still things are coming down. Things are still coming down. Both of them have different ideas. I hope first of all this part should be clear. You must be able to comfortably draw these diagrams also. The catch lies in these diagrams. In understanding how to show this, ये जो पीछे का movement है, ये क्या मैं ध्यान रखता हूँ, that also I will show you. यहाँ तक सब लोगों ने देखा, I kept in mind the slope. I've seen many students coming from various institutes. यहाँ पे दिल्ली में जो पढ़ाया जाता है वहाँ पे slope पे ध्यान नहीं, बात तो slope ही कर रहे हैं. The teacher is telling them, but the diagram is not showing the constancy of slope. So I hope I have clarity and I have shown you very clear that my slopes are constant. Everyone with me? डेविस का मैं पहले बता चुका हूं, इसलिए कुछ डिक्टेट नहीं किया, अभी बैंक का करने वाला हूं. यहां तक अगर आप क्लियर हैं तो लेट्स मूव फर्दर. स्लोप रिप्लेसमेंट थ्योरी, प्लीज राइट डाउन. Penck, a German geologist, Walter Penck, a German geologist, in his study of landforms, Walter Penck, a German geologist, in his study of landforms, found the Daviesian ideas inadequate, and lacking on scientific grounds. Inadequate and lacking on scientific grounds. He found Daviesian ideas or Daviesian work. He found Daviesian work descriptive in nature, giving broad genetic classification of landforms, as determined. So deterministic से word ला रहा हूं मैं. I'm getting this word from deterministic. Broad genetic classification of landforms as determined by the stage they are in. This stage में है, that decides nothing else. Is everyone okay with this? So your stage decides everything, nothing else. With me on this? Everyone okay? Please write down for them. Penck adopted a more analytical and scientific approach in his empirical studies of landforms in South America and Germany. Which mountain ranges in South America and Germany, everyone? Germany में क्या होगा? Which landforms? Hers, okay. South America. Andes ले लो, yes. Alps ले लो, और थोड़े से क्या है? Plateaus ले लो. Remember plateaus? वहाँ पे कौन से plateaus है? Central European Plateau. Even faults हम जानते हैं वहाँ पर. Yes. Vosges, Jura, Herzberg. Remember? Black Mountains, Black Forest. ऐसा कुछ मैंने वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी में बताया ना. ब्लैक फॉरेस्ट, ट्रेपन, ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें उसने जर्मन लैंग्वेज में भी है. सो उसके पास यूरोपियन है और दिस थिंग एंड इज आल्सो देयर. सो वी आर लुकिंग एट मोर वाइडर थिंग्स दैट वी आर लुकिंग एट. और कुछ कॉन्टिनेंटल प्लेटूज भी है. So can you see here's a more wide scale thing. If we go inside the continents, what happens? You will find a lot of erosion, not just fluvial, away from the coast. So there's coastal features also, non-coastal features also, fluvial features also, ebullient features also. So he is having a more widespread idea on this. So can I say he has access to more of types of landform? He is looking into more processes also. Can I say he's looking into more processes also? So processes भी देखता है, सब कुछ देखता है. So that is what Walter Penck and Davis are all about. Is everyone with me on this? Okay. Based on his studies, Penck propounded the slope replacement theory, which suggested that an interplay of multiple forces, geomorphic forces, or processes. An interplay of multiple geomorphic forces or processes determine the landforms. Determine the landforms and their associated dynamism. Is everyone with me? Clear on this? Now, इसमें अब हम his ideas on slope. So Penk's ideas on slopes. Next. So Davis, I did not make you write too much because वो मैं पहले कर चुका हूँ, इसलिए अभी अलग से करवा रहा हूँ. Penk's ideas on slope. Number 1. All landforms can be considered as a combination of different slopes. Okay? So all landforms are a combination of different slopes, and landform evolution is nothing but progressive changes. Landform evolution is nothing but progressive changes in individual slope or slope elements. Is everyone okay? I think in the previous class you understood what are slopes and slope elements. इसपे मैं पहले बात कर चुका हूँ. So that is what I am looking at. Is everyone with me on this? यहाँ पे clear? अगर इसको break करना हो, this is the landform. I am breaking it into individual slopes. S6, S7, S8, S9. ठीक है? Second is सब कुछ slope से बना. Second is slope replacement. Penck suggested that the landform evolution happens in progressive stages where slope angle remains constant and progressively gentler slopes replace the steeper ones. Okay, gentler slopes replace the steeper ones. अब gentle slope के लिए एक नाम है. What is the name? Bosch's steel wand, also called as Bosch slope. Bosch's steel wand. And sorry, ये मैंने उसका लिख दिया steeper slope. Bosch's steel wand is the steep slope and gentle slope is called Heldenhang. My mistake. If you had to cancel, I'm sorry. Heldenhang. Am I audible? Is everyone okay with the audio? Are you getting the audio or not? So थोड़ा सा the theory class, if the audio goes down, बीच में बोल देंगे सर आवाज कम आ रही है, रजिला के बोलो वैसे ही बोल हो रहे हम. ऐसा. So Heldenhang gets replaced by Bosch gets replaced by Heldenhang. Bosch gets replaced by Heldenhang. Is everyone with me on this? सर ये कैसे होता है बता दीजिए. तो मैं आपको बता देना चाहता हूँ everyone, please pay attention. तो पहले तो आपको ये काम करना है. ये can you make this? ये बना दिया. दुष्यंत इस टफ नेम है. ठीक है दुष्यंत, हम लोग भी टफ में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है, लेकिन एग्जाम में एक दिन उसने पूछ लिया एक्सप्लेन द आइडियाज ऑफ बॉश एंड हेल्डनहैंग. एक्सप्लेन द आइडियाज ऑफ बॉश एंड हेल्डनहैंग इन स्लोप इवोल्यूशन. पब्लिक डर गई एकदम से. बॉश कौन था, हेल्डनहैंग कौन था, हु वाज बॉश, हु वाज हेल्डनहैंग. दे न्यू अबाउट पेंक एंड डेविस. पीपल इमीडिएटली आर विलिंग टू लाइक कर्स यूपीएससी देखा आउट ऑफ सिलेबस पूछ लिया बॉश एंड हेल्डनहैंग. Now people who had read dictionary, they knew Bosch and Heldenhang are words. So those are slopes. Get it? And it was the work of Penck only. So rather than asking the ideas of Penck on slope evolution, एग्जामिनर ने पूछ लिया बॉश एंड हेल्डनहैम, इनफैक्ट वो खुद नहीं लिख पाया था बॉश स्टील वॉन्ड, ये सुनो बॉश स्टील वॉन्ड TIEL या बॉश स्टील वॉन्ड भी लिखोगे चलेगा, खुद उसने शॉर्ट फॉर्म बना दिया, बट चल रहा क्या है एवरीवन. So now when I ask people to do this, everyone please pay attention. When I ask people to इसको जरा वो करिए आप slope replacement, so people do like this, एक ठीक है, and second is या फिर सीधा इसको ऐसे कर देते हैं. Simple. I've seen many people do this. I've seen many people like miss on this. तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ यहाँ पर भी कि यहीं से करना शुरू करते हैं. मैं तो आदत है सही बनानी थी, that is why I'm making it correct. So many people will do like this और फिर इसको और छोटा कर देते हैं. देखिए कहते हैं अब इसमें एक चीज का आप ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं, स्लोप एंगल हैज टू बी वेरी वेरी पैरेलल. अब यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं दोनों स्लोप अलग है. Can you see this angle and this angle are two different angles? Moment these angles are different, that means the examiner knows कि आपने parallel retreat या फिर slope replacement नहीं किया. This is slope decline. True or not? Slope decline नहीं करना है. Slope decline नहीं करना है. So a trick, I can give you a trick. So first तो ये बना दीजिए आप ऐसा, ठीक है. Always remember that the steeper slope moves faster, क्योंकि steep पे ज्यादा erosion होगा कि नहीं. So this will move more. Parallel बनाइए, but this thing, whereas gentler slope moves at a less speed. So you will always be going a little further less. इसमें भी क्या है, steeper slope goes more and gentler slope you will find will be moving less. Is everyone okay? Third stage में आते हैं तो फिर let us keep this only. You will keep this as parallel और ये थोड़ा सा मूव करता है और this, can you see which one is getting longer, prolonged? Next one. This one will go more and that one will be less. So this is how you have to keep that in mind. Is everyone okay? Your slope angle should remain the same. This angle, this angle, this angle, they should remain the same. Do we get that? So I hope you have drawn the diagram also. Heldenhang, Bosch, the terms are also known to you. Let's go further. How many points are done? 2 points are done. Let's go to the third point. Third point is the shape of a slope. The shape of a slope. What are the three possible shapes? Convex. Convex के बाद फिर क्या बनेगा? पहले straight बनेगा. Straight. Concave. Is determined by the relative importance of what? Endogenetic and exogenetic forces. Is everyone with me? So what will decide? Endo and exogenetic force, that will decide which one is what is the slope. That I've already told you. If endo is more, then convex. If exo is more, then concave, and otherwise straight is there. Get that? So endo more than exo implies convex. Exo more than endo implies concave. Can I use the word waxing? Can I use the word waning? If you remember, waning slopes. So he is not studying stages. He is not studying stages of landform, youth, mature, senile. Instead, what is he studying? He is studying where you are placed in terms of your endo and exo. And third is called exo is equal to endo implies straight slope. Types of straight slope. Types, everyone. What is this? Straight slope. This is called free face. What is this called? Debris slope. इसको debris slope कहते हैं. Yes. Where we said soil वाला, इसको हमने rock face भी किया था. Free face was rock face. So everyone, free face. What is free face? If the slope angle is greater than 40 degrees, it will be free face. Free face or rock face? Why rock face? Why rock face? Because it is so steep that the sediments will not stop over here. Yes? Rock slope, perfectly. And what is debris slope? Debris slope को हमने क्या नाम दिया था? debris slope, rectilineal, soil mantle. If the angle is less than 40 degrees. ठीक है, जो आपको डालना है उसमें टालू स्लोप कर दीजिए, डेब्री स्लोप कर दीजिए. आई हैव एब्सोल्युटली नो इश्यूज, आई हैव एब्सोल्युटली नो इश्यूज. ठीक है, यहां तक क्लियर? फ्री फेस, नथिंग विल स्टॉप ओवर देयर. यस, क्लिफ स्लोप, रॉक स्लोप, इधर बेयर रॉक आता है. इज एवरीवन ओके? सो दैट इज दैट. अगर मुझे यहां बनाना हो, once again if I make this, everyone, one, two, three, four, five, six. Identify the debris slopes. Numbers. Debris slope. Debris slopes. जल्दी बताइए. Debris soil mantle slopes कौन सी है? Only 6. Why? I think 2, 5, 6. 2, 5, 6. ये 1 भी debris slope है. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? 1 क्या, जल्दी से बताओ. Which one is 1? Concave. Which one is convex? इसीलिए ये कराना जरूरी है, फोटो बना के, चित्र बना के. रट तो सभी लेते हैं. Convex slope, cliff slope, hill slope and all those things. Is everyone okay with this? कोई क्लैरिटी रखिए, इसमें मिस्टेक नहीं करना. चलिए, तो अब कोशिश करते हैं. नाउ दैट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट्स, सो लेट अस लुक एट द Penk's idea. Penk's ideas, landform evolution. First, original surface which is called prima rumpf. ऐसा कोई नाम डेविस ने नहीं दिया. डेविस did not give any such name. Original surface which is called prima rumpf experiences upliftment, not sudden upliftment. तो upliftment है. True or not? So as per Davis, the upliftment is sudden. As per Davis, when endogenic forces are happening, exogenetic are not happening. So it experiences gradual upliftment, yeah, upliftment, simply upliftment. Now, why upliftment is happening? Can I say this implies endogenetic forces must be greater than exogenetic forces? True or not? True. Second, uplifted landform undergoes slope evolution. ठीक है? Through denudational processes, denudational and endogenetic processes. Both processes will be there or not? At any given time, it is not that only one process. So rather than denudational, I should rather say exogenetic and endogenetic. Get that? Okay. So first, what will happen? First, there will be convex slopes. Yes or no? Convex slopes. Why convex? Because endogenetic forces are there. Okay. Soon, exogenetic forces will catch up. Exogenetic forces will catch up. So what will they turn convex into? Convex will turn into, जल्दी से बताओ कौन सी स्लोप में बनेगा? Convex slope will turn into what? Straight slope. Straight slope. Yes or no? पहले तो ये देखना है, this will happen. Uplifted landform undergoes slope evolution. First is convex slope. Second is straight slope. Second हो गया straight slope. Straight slope means which slopes? Which slopes? Free face or cliff slopes. And which slope? Debris slope, talu slope, soil mantle slope. अब इसमें देखना है straight slopes undergo slope replacement. Do we get that? So slope replacement will not begin in the beginning. Initially तो वही होगा. Initially what Davis was saying, that will happen. Initially Davis was saying mostly Penck का ये मानना है कि like exogenetic forces mostly fluvial will act over here. Fluvial क्या कर देंगी? उनको constant बना देंगी. Whatever is convex, they will turn convex into constant. Is everyone okay? Once they have become constant slopes, once they have become straight slopes are also called constant slope. Now what will happen is, he says the wind will take over, and this time the wind will cause them to go back and slope replacement will happen, and a parallel retreat is seen. What is parallel retreat? नया word आ गया. ठीक है, पृथ्वी, no issues. We are left with 10 minutes of this class. Everyone, can I call this पीछे जाना as parallel retreat? Slope is getting replaced, no doubt about that, everyone. Everyone please pay attention to this. What do I call this? क्या मैं इसको parallel retreat बोल सकता हूँ? Slope replacement through parallel retreat. This idea comes, though there is a theory which is called parallel retreat theory. Parallel retreat theory is attributed to L.C. King. L.C. King. यहाँ पर हम बात कर रहे हैं कि Penck has talked about slope replacement, but it does involve the parallel retreat of slope. Is everyone okay with the word retreat? Slope replacement from below. The gentler slopes are happening. Slope replacement. So what Bosch is converted into? Bosch is converted into what? Will you remember a very important point that parallel retreat will happen only after constant slope stage? पहले नहीं होगा. Parallel retreat will happen only after constant stage, constant slope stage. Is everyone okay? पहले नहीं होगा. यहाँ तक आ गया. Bosch and Heldenhang आ गया. उसके बाद क्या हो जाएगा? थर्ड में क्या हो जाएगा? ये सब नीचे आ गया. Heldenhang सी बच गए. Heldenhang plus some resistant Inselbergs are left. आखिर में क्या रह गया? Everyone. Heldenhang ही रह गया ना नीचे. And what is this resistant Inselberg? Any endogenetic force active here or not? Everyone. Endogenetic force is active or not? Straight places. Endogenetic force is active or not? So thank you for writing no. मैं जब भी ट्रैप लगाता हूँ तुम लोग फंस जाते हो. कह रहे हो नो? अरे खुद ही तो बोला था straight slope. Where are you? And moment the endogenetic forces become weak, exogenetic will take away things. वो उठा के ले जाएगा. तो rather than straight slope, अब क्या हो जाएगा? Concave slopes will be created. So originally what was Heldenhang like this? Because which force has increased? Exo has increased. तो वो कौन सी slope create करेगा? Concave slopes plus Inselberg. I hope you got that. यहाँ पे force रहेगी throughout. He says at any stage, at any given stage of landform is, everyone please pay attention, landform is nothing but an interplay of these things. Everyone with me on this question? Parallel retreat भी बता दिया, सब कुछ बता दिया है. Bosch भी हो गया, Heldenhang भी हो गया. Slope replacement from below means throughout exo and endo. वही तो वो बोल रहा है यार. Anirban is saying means. What do you mean by means? Penck का idea जब हमने start किया, all landforms are a combination of different slope. Landform evolution is progressive changes in the slope elements. And how are they getting changed? He says analytical slope replacement is nothing but interplay of multiple geomorphic forces. All the time, any landform is a function of forces, endo and exo. ये पहले भी लिखा है. Do we get that? So landform evolution is nothing but slope evolution, and it is an interplay of endo and exo. Do you understand what is Bosch? Do you understand what is Heldenhang? Do you understand what is slope replacement? तो पहले स्टेज में क्या होगा? पहले बिल्कुल ही देविस कि पहले तो डाउन कटिंग ही होता है. पहले what will happen? Down cutting will happen. First down cutting will happen, and later on things will change. ठीक है, लिख लेते हैं. Okay, so please write down. Penck was of the view that once the endogenetic forces, Penck was of the view that once the endogenetic forces, Penck was of the view that once the endogenetic forces uplift a landform, the exogenetic forces will take birth. You know, exogenetic forces will take birth once endogenetic has done the action. Yes. Initially, since endo is greater than exo, the slopes are essentially convex slope near the summits. They are convex slopes near the summits. Is everyone okay? Here, erosional processes, especially fluvial ones, come into force and begin down cutting. They begin down cutting. As a result, along with convex slopes, along with convex slopes, steep free face slopes are created. Yes or no? Get that? With time, as the endogenetic forces, are matched by exogenetic forces, constant slopes begin to emerge. पहले क्या थी? Convex. But as the exo are matched, constant slopes begin to emerge. Constant slopes begin to emerge. This stage where endo is equal to exo, this stage where endo is equal to exo marks the beginning of slope replacement through parallel retreat. Slope replacement through parallel retreat. As the process continues, if the endogenetic forces, become further weaker, the exogenetic forces gain an upper hand. Endo अगर और weak हुआ, so exogenetic forces gain an upper hand. This eventually leads to the debris slope or Halden hangs. Convert into concave slopes. Close to the base level. Towards the end, a multi-concave pediment or erosional surface called peδιplane is created. Which is called end roof by Penck. So story starts with primer roof, story ends with end roof. Story ends with end roof, called end roof by Penck. Peδιplane is not absolutely flat. It is gently rolling, multi-concave. It is not absolutely flat. It is gently rolling up and down here, multi-concave, peppered with isolated resistant rocks or features called Inselbergs. Is everyone okay? उन्हें Inselberg भी कहते हैं. Everyone with me on this? Inselbergs भी हो गए. I want everyone to take a fresh page, turn your notebook around, इसको ग्राफ पे दिखाते हैं. Fresh page, let's show it on the graph. Just like we had shown the Lewisian cycle. So we have the y-axis and the x-axis. Y-axis x-axis. Okay, height or altitude. This side is time. Everyone okay? This is P. What is P? Prima roof. P means prima roof. E would mean कहाँ पे खत्म होता है? End roof. Everyone with me on this? Prima roof and end roof. What is the status of prima roof? Endo and exo, is there any imbalance? Sir, if imbalance is there, then to it will go up. So no, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening, no imbalance. Everything is good. Everything is going good. Everyone with me on this? Is that clear? Prima roof. Everyone pay attention. Everyone pay attention. The endogenetic forces become more than exogenetic. So what will happen to prima roof? Prima roof will rise. Everyone, will it rise or not? Remember Davis का तो uplift ऐसे हो गया था. Remember Davis, we started like this. वो Davis था. That was Davis. We are not looking at Davis. Now because endo is there, so it is rising, but exo is cutting or not? It is cutting also. So there will be some valleys which are being created. Down cutting होगा या नहीं होगा? I told you down cutting is going to happen. Which slope will be here? Everyone, which slope will be here? Convex or concave? Quickly tell me. So this is the time of convex slopes. Perfect. Convex slopes. Okay. So मुझे convex बनाने. Everyone, please pay attention how I am making my convex slopes. Can you see? I am making my V-shaped valleys and my convex slopes. Do we get that? So we are very, very clear. We are very, very clear that exogenetic forces are acting. They are doing down cutting. Down cutting. ठीक है? इस स्टेज को वो बोलते हैं ऑफ्स्टीजेंडे. German names बुरा मत मानो. Now he says endo becomes equal to exo. If endo is equal to exo, which force has come? जल्दी से बता दीजिए. Endo is equal to exo. सर अब तो जो है constant आ जाएगा. Is everyone okay? So now we are looking at constant slope. And थोड़ा सा remember during this time what is happening? Constant slope is happening and slope replacement is happening. So इसलिए वो नीचे भी जाएगा. True. So can I say when it is constant slope? Can I say when it is constant slope? Everyone please pay attention. First let me make, you don't draw it so that it will help you understand. I wanted to go for parallel retreat in this time. Can I say this is happening? Everyone, are you with me on this? Parallel retreat banana hai. Gentle slope, parallel retreat. Gentle slope, parallel retreat. Same thing here, parallel retreat. Gentle slope, parallel retreat. Everyone with me on this? Can you see parallel retreat and slope replacement happening? Endo is equal to exo. This is called Bleach Forming. Do we get this? अब क्या हो रहा है? ये ऐसे ही आता जाएगा और ये इस तरह से. And what will happen over here? What will this be? E हो जाएगा end roof. So first I will make those Helden hangs. Everyone. Remember Helden hangs are gentle slopes. Gentle slopes have been created. Can you see this sample is there? And these Helden hangs also will turn into concave slopes. Can you see concave slopes? Is everyone okay? Exo और endo ही रखते हैं. Endo is less than exo abstigende. और आखिर में ये जो everyone, if you can see this, you must be wondering कह रहे हैं everyone you can see this. पहले डायग्राम बना लो उसके बाद देखूंगा. ओके बना लो उसके बाद देखना. What are these? Inselberg. एवरीवन डन? आज बहुत कर लिया यार, खत्म करते हैं इसको. थैंक यू फॉर टॉलरेटिंग मी विद ऑल दिस. तुम लोगों ने बहुत हिम्मत से थ्योरी भी पढ़ा, सब कुछ पढ़ा. कल फिर पूछना, नो प्रॉब्लम. हैव अ लुक एट दिस. आज मटेरियल भी है, द हैंडआउट विल बी जस्ट नाउ पोस्टेड इन दैट. Did we understand how the different things are there? उसमें नहीं किया था, उसमें we had a different slope altogether. You can compare from the figures that we have today. So everyone, we will have all the things on this. So please practice the diagrams जो मैंने आपके साथ किया है. And I know this was a little boring, but I tried to make it easy for you. And through diagrams, I'm sure you would have understood कि हाँ यार difference तो है दोनों में. दोनों अलग बात कर रहे हैं. Both of them are talking different. And here we have the diagrams of all the cycles. And this is the diagram of Penck. Penck की cycle का. Can you see this? Penck की cycle का diagram यहाँ पर भी बना हुआ है. So please check from this. You will get an easier version. Then Penck का back wasting जो है, parallel retreat. Please have a look at this and then compare it with Daviesian diagram. Davis का diagram देखिए, sudden uplift है और वो ऐसे करके नीचे आ जाता है. उसमें कोई stages का कुछ नहीं. सर अगर नहीं पढ़ा बुक से स्किप हो जाएगा. बुक में इट्स लाइक unnecessarily too elaborate. We can't even understand and very simple. Two differences are not visible in that. ये देखिए यहाँ पे कितना सीधा वो गिरा रहा है उसको. Youth mature senile, there is no parallel retreat happening and these three diagrams are not in the book. आप ये diagram लीजिए, क्लास में बनाया, सिंपल बनाया, make it for yourself. और जो लोग पूछ रहे हैं इससे कुछ फायदा होता है कि नहीं, वो पूछते रहेंगे, उनका कुछ फायदा हो नहीं रहा है, but we are working on this. So thank you for this extra time and morning I kept it a little early in environment. So environment में मैंने जल्दी से कर दिया था. So tomorrow also we are starting with the main things in environment. If you are having time in the morning 8 to 10, make sure you are in the environment class. Okay, so thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.